Appreciate you guys coming. Obviously just got off the field just now. I thought it was a productive day. It wasn't as good as Saturday. Saturday was a fantastic first practice for us in pads. Had about 250 different visitors between, former Temple players, recruits, and high school coaches. So it was a really nice day on Saturday. Today, not quite the energy that we had on Thursday, so that's a challenge to our team as we get ready for Thursday, but still a good day. We are light years ahead of where we've been, and I think that's a credit to those guys. We're trying to really work the young guys, develop some depth, and you can see a lot of the young players coming along and getting a lot better. So, with that, I'm sure you guys have some questions, but I think we're making progress as we enter Thursday, which is practice number 6.
Matt, we talked last week about Zaire, but now after a little bit of hitting, what have you seen?
He's looked really good. He's been competitive, good vision. He's understanding the type of back that he is. He has to be a powerful back, run through contact. He's had a tremendous attitude. He's extremely coachable and intelligent on the football field. So you can utilize him in a couple different ways. But he's had a really good camp so far.
Would you say, all positions are up for grabs, but the running back may be the most unsettled position?
Absolutely. There's 4 guys that have played here that have carries, and there's more kids coming in. So I think all those guys are trying to cement themselves into a role right now, and then build on that in the fall.
Coach, that first practice on Saturday was your first with pads. Just what was the atmosphere like, and what did you like most about it?
I just thought there was tremendous intensity. Maybe because there were so many people watching, I thought there was just a controlled aggression. We were really physical, and I thought it was competitive. You know what I mean? Like, I tried to generate some competition today. It wasn't as competitive as I'd like. A lot of the younger guys are just trying to figure out what to do. But on Saturday, I thought everyone was really excited to be out there and to be practicing. So, and then the offense, would look good. We obviously have an established defense, a veteran defense, but our offense was able to move the football and do some really good things, which when they can come back and do well against a defense, it leads to some competition. So, it was a good day.
Comparing where you're at this point to where you were last year, 2 years ago, how far do you think you've come?
Since last year, I'd say we're significantly better. I think even from the season offensively, I'd say we're better now than we were during the season, and I think it's a credit to what the kids have done in the off season, the offensive line. We're down a couple offensive linemen, and we have some redshirt freshmen starting for us right now, blocking praise, blocking guys who played a lot, and they've done a good job. So, but we are a light years away from 2 years ago, and then from last year, we're much better.
Yeah, Matt, in terms of your priorities when you started out spring ball, where are you now in terms of the goals you wanted to accomplish?
I think they're different on both sides of the ball. I think overall, though, we wanted to build some depth with the young offensive and defensive linemen, and they're getting a ton of reps. Brennan Thrift, Michael Dogby, Freddie Booth-Lloyd. They're exhausted at the end because they're taking so many reps. The Ionitis, the Hershey Waltons, they've played so much. They don't need a ton of reps. It's the younger guys that we have to develop. It's really the same on the offensive line. McHale, Jalen Robinson, Aaron Ruff, guys like that, they need a ton of reps. And then, offensively, we just want to sort of try to establish, get back on track offensively, establish what we're going to do, protect the football. And defensively, I think they just wanted to build on what they did last year. So I see some really good things out there.
How important is that to build on what the defense did last year?
Yeah, they can't rest on their laurels. I'm challenging them, and I think the way to challenge them is to have the offense make plays against them, right, and make them vulnerable. So there's things that we didn't do well. We weren't tremendous versus the rush defense. We were good versus pass defense. We were good in terms of getting turnovers, but we weren't great sacking the quarterback. We weren't great in the run defense, and we didn't have tremendous depth. We had to count on Ionitis and those guys to play every snap. So trying to build that depth and attack those other areas, I think, are big ones for us.
Kareem doesn't look like a guy that's just coming in. He actually looks like a guy that's making some plays and everything. Just what you've seen of him, and do you see him as like a nickel corner? Is that what?
Well, I think he's going to, Tavon and Champ played a ton last year. And then right now, you have Kyrie Lucas, who broke his leg in the Tulane game, who played a bunch for us last year. He's out. Anthony Davis tore his ACL at the end of last year, so he's out. But Kyrie will be back. Saquon Jefferson will be back. So you have a bunch of guys. So that's giving Kareem a chance to really get in there and run with the ones and twos a lot. I don't know where exactly he'll fit. But I'll say this about him. Everyone knows he's talented, but he's really intelligent. He's smart. He's coachable. If anything, he's a little too hard on himself right now. As I said to him, like, his freshman year starts next fall. So right now he's just getting himself ready for his freshman year. So it's a tremendous jump start. But if he can just relax and take the pressure off himself, he doesn't have to be the savior. We have a lot of defensive backs. He just has to come in and learn. I think he'll be a really, really outstanding player for a long time. He's smart, he's coachable, and he's tough.
Coach, Brady's just, he led the team in sacks this year, and now he's got another year of eligibility. What does that mean for him and also for your program?
Well, I think just, I'm happy for him after, what happened and the way he came back. I hope that I would have that maturity. I mean, like I said, he was never bitter when he came back. He was never, he never carried that grudge. He came back and went right to work. So I'm glad to have him have a chance to have another year, to finish his degree and maybe start graduate school and really, further his education and further his football. He'll have a chance to play pro football. He got a banged up back at times, so we're just trying to get him 100% healthy, and so he can take the next step. At the end of the day, he should be a first-team all-conference player. He should be a 15-sack guy, and that's where we're driving him. And the way to do it is by building depth, so he doesn't have to play every play, and then elevating his game. And so, but I'm happy for him that he has a chance to come back for 2 more years and really, play his full time here.
Speaking of all-conference guys, what is it that you'd like to see from Tyler pick up his game this year?
I think just constantly for him. I mean, he's such a dynamic player in terms of making plays, instinctive. I think just for him to be a little bit better in pass coverage, in our zone coverage, is breaking on balls and picking off balls, and then just to continue to be as physical a player as he can. I mean, he's up to 240 now. He looks fantastic. It's a credit to him and our strength coaches, and really the people on campus who feed him. I mean, he eats a ton. He's getting big. He's getting strong. But I just want him to become a really physical, dominant player, which he's already dominant in his way. It's just, okay, where can I get? But I can keep being physical and maybe a little better in pass coverage. You guys are the best. Thank you. Not a lot of questions today. Really appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Good to see you.